Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to 31 Days of Cut Files. Today we are using cut files from Lori Whitlock, and this is one that I believe she might have created for Paige Evans. Um, it's a really cool cut file, and I really like it. It's travel related, um, you know, kind of looks like a highway sign, and then it's got this awesome scenery inside. So what I am doing is I'm not going to show you backing all of it, but I wanted to encourage you guys to try something a little different and use your pattern papers like this offcut that I have from 49 and Market, and it's got these big leaves on it, and I'm using the leaves to fill in the trees. So my theory is that in real life, trees are not all one shade of green, and pretty much most things in nature are not all one shade. So I don't really use cardstock. That's not to say you can't. You can definitely use cardstock, but in order to get kind of the natural shading of things, or maybe not natural, but to get things that are shaded without having to go do extra work of inking it, use these papers that have patterns on them and carry those patterns over. So all of that paper that you see backing that cut file is pattern paper. And the pattern might be really subtle, but there is a pattern to it. It's not a solid, it just reads as a solid. And I really like the way that that looks. So that's my little spiel about try using your pattern papers for this kind of stuff and not just settling on a piece of cardstock. Obviously, if you love cardstock, go for it. But I just think this is a kind of a cool idea. It doesn't have to be a super busy patterned paper. It can be something that looks like a solid and you get a really cool effect. And so anyway, I am using some of the cut aparts from, I want to say that's one of the more recent Bow Bunny collections or Crate Paper collections. I'm not 100% sure. It no longer has the branding strip on it, so I couldn't even tell you. But it was something that was released in the spring from American Crafts. And then this green acrylic I've had in my stash for quite a while. It's from Colorcast Designs, and I wanted to go ahead and use it on a layout. And so I'm going to use it here because it matches these trees perfectly. Now, I don't have a ton to say about these trees. They just happen to be on this road, and I love driving through these tree canopies. I just think they're beautiful. You can find them all over different parts of the country with different kinds of trees creating the canopy. But I always feel like I'm in kind of like a fairy tale when I'm in these tree canopies. It's shady, it's pretty, the greenery is just gorgeous, and I just love it. So that's really all I'm documenting. There was nothing fabulous about the particular area that we were in. These pictures were taken in Wisconsin, but I don't even know what road we were on or where we were headed to. So it's really not about that. It's just about the feeling of being on in this like magical um, feeling that the trees and the canopy makes gives me. So I know, kind of strange, but I just think it's really cool. And so I thought I'd go ahead and document that. I feel like I'm out in the middle of a forest, even though, sitting in a car and we're driving through. And I just think it's really neat. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get my photos glued down. And I really did have a kind of a hard time using this large cut file with a 4x6 photo and two 3x4s. I could not figure out the photo placement. I struggled with that for a little while. I actually even asked MK for her input, and so this is what we came up with once I chatted with her. And I like this. I like the design, but I needed to balance it out because I've got a lot of weight on the left-hand side with the larger photo and that large, I'm calling a badge type or highway sign cut file, which all feels kind of heavy. So in order to balance it out, I'm bringing in some of the cut aparts. I'm bringing in the title and kind of having them a little bit more right justified with those papers that I kind of tucked under, and that's where my journaling is going to go. In my stash, I also had these asterisk signs. I believe these are also from Colorcast Designs. And now I am bringing in kind of a purple color, which I think looks fine. The background paper that I am using is a 49 and Market paper, I believe. And I don't know what collection it's from because I bought a bunch of random ones that I just liked the backside of, the B-sides. And I really like that it kind of goes from a cool tone up in one corner to a warm tone in the other corner. And so I thought I'd use that and I would capitalize on those warmer tones by bringing in, those pinkish tones by bringing in a couple of these asterisks that have that color. And I did actually bring in some turquoise trees that came in this Great Outdoors set, and I actually layered them on top of that highway sign. That is it, you guys. Thank you so. Oh, I did also some stitching all the way around the outside in some green, and I really like how that adds to the framing of the layout. And there you get to see those trees close up, as well as the background papers that I used for the cut file. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another video, so come back and check that out. Don't forget to check out what MK's got going on her channel, and go join 31 Days of Cut Files Facebook group if you're not already part of it. See you soon. Bye-bye.